Okay, so our last VTS is a critique. All right, do we just want to kind of go around the room? We could do that. Would that be easier so then you don't feel like, do I have to go now? Do I have to, I don't want to do it kind of thing. Sure. Gunnar, let's go ahead and start with yours. Your two pieces. So, no, you're good. You're good. I'm zooming in. You can go ahead and come up if you need to point something out. So, everyone take a moment. What do you see in this image?
Fish and birds. A variety of colors.
Okay. So fish and birds are the subjects, and then there's also some colors that are variant. Okay.
Of how the shapes make up into different animals.
Okay, so getting a little bit more on the technical side, like how you crafted it. Okay. So what do you see that makes you say all these things? Is there anything more specific we can look at?
The way that they lined up together.
Okay, so you're referring to the tessellation approach where things are like mathematically perfectly interlocked from one shape to the next. Okay, good. What more can we find?
Some birds and some fish are darker shades of that color.
What do you see that makes you say that? Where's that? Is it just my lighting?
Like, yeah, some of them were shaded hard on, some of them weren't.
Oh.
I tried to mix them up a little bit.
Or was it like subconscious? Was it intentional? Sometimes that comes through and you don't even always consciously realize it. Yeah, I guess I can see with the light change. Is there any comments or feedback for Gunnar or the piece?
The warm colors of the fish and the cool colors of the birds really complement each other nicely.
Oh, they do. It's just like really striking. Yeah. It makes it feel like this row here is just jumping out at us. And the way you can get two totally different types of animals in the same shape is very nice too. So.
Especially how it alternated like in the middle, in the middle of it, between the birds and fish in the middle. That's pretty cool too.
Well, yeah, as you think of these being down in the water and the birds being up in the air.
Very good. Like how they did the middle part of it too as well.
All right. Awesome. So we could go ahead and look at this one. Dolly Parton. Pointillism. Guess I kind of gave all that away, but how long did that take you, Gunnar?
I'll say 2 weeks maybe. 2.5 maybe, I'll say. Something like that.
I thought it was maybe more like 3 weeks, but...
Maybe 2.5, maybe 3, almost, something like that. It took a while, I'll say that.
A lot of work. All right.
We'll say I didn't get paid enough for it.
You didn't get paid enough. Well, I think all artists could say that about their work. You're never going to get paid what you're worth. No.
Honestly, I don't know any job you get anymore now.
Any last minute comments? No. All right, go ahead and give him a hand. Good job, Gunnar. Good year. I think there's a lot of growth. All right, so Ava's pieces. Maybe we'll just talk. Would it be easier to talk about them both at the same time? Anybody that wants to comment about either? Would that be fine? All right, so what do we see in these images? And I can go ahead and get out of the way if I need to.
They're both very dark. They have a lot of shading. Makes it look nice.
So, Cadence, you notice that both pieces seem to be a lot about value.
Yeah.
Like the different types of like shades, tones, maybe a little bit of tints.
That's always what I focus on when I do color pencil or pointillism is I always shade. I can't ever do just one solid color because I feel like it's not detail oriented.
And again, like you also brought up the technical. So you both brought up the technical skill that it takes to make this.
Like I love his fish and birds, but like one solid color I don't think I could do, you know? Like if it's just not one solid color, you know, yeah.
You have to.
They look good. I like it. It makes it look like the fish are jumping out of the water. You know, it's kind of cool.
Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. No,
and I mean, they're all different,
yeah,
right?
Like I always.
And the pointillisms too.
I stick more to realism than I do you know.
More what we call mimetic kind of quality. Mimetic, mimesis means imitation. It's what all the old traditions were about.
I feel like I could have maybe taken more time on this one because I could definitely looks a little bit more rushed on some parts of it. I feel like I could have taken more time.
Does anyone else feel like that's rushed?
I think it's great. I don't think it's rushed at all.
It's very detailed oriented.
Yes.
Just on the shading of these up here, because this is what I did last, and I feel like I could have maybe taken more time to get it looking a little better, but maybe that's just me. Because I'm very, I don't know.
Like, yeah, you're very detail oriented. I thought I kind of interpreted the textural qualities of the pencil as part of the concept, because it's like this, you know, whole like surface, like cracked or like hold surface, and so like the surface would be more scratchy or, you know, textury.
Now, Ava, I have a question for you. Why did you choose to do the bones for the pointillism? That
For the phobia.
yeah.
Chose to do what?
Why did you choose to do the bones and the skeleton head on it? So I'm asking.
Because when you have a fear is not supposed to be happy.
Okay,
The fear is supposed to be scary, morbid, depressing. It's not supposed to be like jump out at you, I'm happy, I'm scared of something, you know?
So the subject fit like the project's criteria.
Plus, fitting with
basically.
hierophobia, it's skin and people, mainly people are scared of, not like objects. Like those seed pods, those are really gross. But like, you can see holes in people's hands.
What in the woods is seed
Or
pod?
they'll
What
show
is
like
that?
pictures of people's, it's called a seed pod.
What's
So
that?
like,
It's like
Mhm.
holes.
Were you here when Miss Kern did the clay, brought in her clay pieces? She had a giant one of those she made out of clay with the
Yeah.
balls in it that are loose. But they would stay in there so they'd roll around like the seed pods actually do. Yeah. So we've already talked really about what's in these images, right? And what makes us say that. Is there anything else we can find before we move on?
Why did you choose Ava to do the flowers on that?
Because I like flowers. I'm very good at drawing flowers.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. Well, I think we need to.
Looked pretty good.
Any other comments? All right, so let's go ahead and give Ava a round for some nice work in here too.
I don't know. I drew a tattoo for my my niece, and it was like flowers, and she went and got it tattooed. So like I just draw flowers. I don't know why.
Kind of like a theme that you like to
I just
come back
like
to.
flowers. Yeah.
So Amber's piece.
Okay, so since I didn't come into second semester, I don't have a lot of projects, but the only thing I don't like about it is it didn't bleed through enough, and I wish it would have, so like for the shapes to be more defined and for it to like blend in easier, especially for like the parts down here when you see it goes lighter and then it goes darker. I wish it was like more nicely put on the paper, I guess.
I like it. I like how there's nothing in the middle because it makes it look like the sun, you know, is like beaming on the water. I like
That's what
that.
I was sort of trying to do. It was
makes
harder
look
to
more-
mainly scrape on the thing to get it to the right shape.
Because this is kind of like a makeshift etching, basically, in the acrylic.
So it was a little difficult, but I try to fill it in the lines just like a little bit, the ones that didn't get fully like filled up. I just wish I wish I would have done better at like printing it off on the paper.
Can I like the inking, you mean? Like,
Yeah, inking.
Okay.
And the
Just like
transfer.
I'm pretty sure I had that right. It's a big saying right. Okay.
Anybody else have a thought on that one? I mean, I think that's what's nice about the inking is that it could be you could ink it so many different ways. You can do different colored inks. You can bring out certain areas in one print and then totally wash it off, and you get a totally new image even with the same plate, right? And the scratchiness, like that's just going to come through. It's going to be part of the style of it.
I have a question, Amber. What is the black ink on the bottom of the picture supposed to be?
It's like a lake and then the sun like shining down on it.
Like
So
the
it's
deepness of the water, and it's
yeah.
like this is the sun, and then that's
And
causing
If
light
you see like
to
Like
reflect.
if you go down to see the river, you know how the sun shines
Oh
down, you
yeah.
can't
Okay.
actually see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, since I was thinking it was.
All right, awesome. Any other comments?
Should
All right.
have been.
Yeah, she can come in. Let's go ahead and give Ava a round.
Amber. Amber? Our cat.
Which one?
This one's Serena's.
No, that's the goat man. Oh, the one on the
I
very
love
far.
goat
or
man.
The very far.
The very far is the Chupacabra.
What is that?
This one's
It
my
reminds me of
favorite.
Cheshire cat.
That's okay. I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Cheshire cat is great. No, that's the Chupacabra.
Is there a theme behind it? Like, I like all the characters. But is
The
there...
bottom one, they're all like folklore creatures.
Okay.
All of them are real ones.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Serena, is that the second one to the right? Is that supposed to be a cow or a cat? It's
The
like
second
cow.
one to the right is the goat man. That's goat man.
From that one. Oh.
Yeah.
What's the one
Oh,
that
look,
looks
it's
like
You
like
can
cat.
tell because of
Blood.
the eyes of the
I don't know.
goat man.
That
the
one?
one with the
Yeah.
blood. That one, okay.
Dracula?
Is that count?
That one's technically the Jiangshi, which is like a vampire, but it hops.
Oh.
That's why I did my paper mache one.
That's what her
I
paper
don't
mache
know.
is.
Oh.
It's
So
weird.
look to me
It
like a cow.
Yeah.
The feet and the
Serena found out the great artistic approach of appropriating yourself.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just zoom in.
There it is.
I love it.
It's
He's
awesome.
adorable.
He's great.
That's
The face
awesome.
all
Thank you.
together. But yeah,
Serena, what's that middle one supposed to be?
the
With
middle.
the-
I should
with
just
the
go
brown-
through.
the
Okay.
color
You should.
brown.
Mermaid, Loch
Okay.
Ness Monster, Mothman, Jiangshi, the Banshee, Bigfoot, Goatman, Chupacabra.
Personally, my favorite is the mermaid.
I like a chupacabra because it's a
Oh, yeah.
chupacabra and it looks like Cheshire cat too.
Yeah. The Chupacabra has a special place. Because he's not, they're all kind of person based, but Chupacabra is not. I guess Loch Ness Monster isn't either. But
I like the multicolored tail on the mermaid.
Mhm.
I think
Thanks.
that's cute.
the
So
mermaid
what-
took a lot.
The red one, the body. Okay, what is that like? Based off of, I guess you could say. I guess.
What is it based off of?
I guess you could say.
Like a drop of blood or a cape.
I don't know.
What is that? I mean, you could say, what,
That one's the Jiangshi. It's like a vampire thing, kind of, but I didn't choose red for any specific reason.
no, that's what I know. I never heard that before. That's
Oh, no,
pretty
you're good. Yeah.
How did you come about drawing this guy?
Yeah.
That guy was
He's
based
He's
off.
kind of scary.
cool. He's a little
Oh,
bit
thank you. But anyway,
smart,
no, that
especially.
guy
Smart.
was
Scary
based
guy.
off. He's based off an actual real life one, so there's a different.
I feel like I've
Kind of
read it on like creepypasta
folk-
or something.
Have you heard of the Smiling Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's based off
Oh.
that,
Ugh.
which was a real life. I guess in the real thing, it was just a normal dude.
No, it reminds
But,
me of
you know.
creepypasta videos I used
Yeah,
to watch
that's
on
what it's
YouTube when
based
I was
on.
like 12.
It
That's
kind
like
of
the
reminds
toy.
me of Stephen King.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
what it is.
Well, it kind of reminds me
Big
of Stephen
inspiration.
King. It though, like the smile of it kind of.
No, the Russian sleep
Yeah.
experiment. That's what it is.
Big, yeah,
Mhm.
That's
The
what
Russian
it,
sleep experiment is scary.
big vibes from that. But yeah,
Okay, what is
Oof.
that?
They put a bunch of Russian, like people in a room. It doesn't have to be in Russian, but they gassed them and drugged them with all sorts of stuff to see how long they'd stay awake.
yeah,
And they supposedly
kind of went insane.
all went insane and
That was
started
big.
cannibalizing on each other,
Yeah, it's
throwing
big.
their feces at the windows.
Oh yeah. I
So
heard
they
about that.
start throwing.
Yeah, they went crazy.
Damn, they start eating each other.
Well, yeah, they were deprived of like their senses. They were in the dark, and it was
Yeah, they were like in the
Well,
dark.
they were
Like,
dehumanized
warm-
So
completely.
they turned zombies practically.
Yeah.
It's like the movie Like Dogs. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've never
Mhm.
seen that. But
What?
Yeah, see, there's this fascination I see from all year with these characters,
Oh, yeah.
these creatures, and how you tried to tell them visually, like with this very unique stylization, almost cartoony, but still
yeah.
they're not losing like that creepy,
Yeah.
weird.
That's what I
mysterious
do, like,
edge.
Well, that's what I go for.
Dress.
Yeah.
So that's
I was fine,
great.
And then I was drenched in
Like
water.
he's like hiding in my closet. That's like you know,
My pants are still
Yeah.
wet.
something to be in my
Yeah.
closet. We have ghost hunters coming to our house on Saturday.
Ooh.
Any other comments? Any other last minute comments on the work? All right, let's give Serena a round.
Good job, Serena.
Very nice. So, last one, Cadence here. So, what do we see?
I like the glitter. It really emphasizes the disco balls. It's like mixed media. I like that.
I really like this one.
Yeah, the cactus one. That's really.
I
That
think it's
was-
really
that was
cool
pretty
that she got like the different variations of light and dark,
Mm-hmm.
and the different like shapes and colors of the cactuses. I think that's cool.
Reminds me of my phone case. It's kind of like making a phone case.
I just personally like a lot of color. I like things that I could stare at and my eyes will hurt.
Yeah.
So,
I think I have a question though. What are like? Is that like a pot on top of the head or like a hat? Like what's on the cat? Like the brown.
Oh, the little flowers?
yeah, they're little flowers.
Oh, these
Some
are-
cactuses have flowers.
Thing? No. I'm talking
Oh,
about
these?
Yeah.
Those are the pots.
Yeah.
those
Oh,
are
so
pots
they
So they're all
too.
in pots, yes.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
I do like your own hat? I have your house pots that way, as you said.
Because I have a big cactus in my house. It's
okay.
37 years
Why
old.
did you pick your cactus? Is my question.
I just really like them. I like that they're super pretty to look at, but whenever you touch them, they hurt.
Oh no, it say it's not hurt when you touch it. But then
Yeah.
it say
So,
Something you can admire but not touch and mess it up.
if you touch it, you're gonna bleed for a while.
yeah.
I know that's my experience. I done it one
It
time.
depends on how you touch it, because we have to pluck the flowers out of like as cactus, and you don't.
From what I've heard, you don't feel too good from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one before, Cadence?
I used to live around them.
Arizona.
California,
Oh,
actually.
wow, dang. One time I was in Texas. I was in Texas one time. I was in Texas a while back.
There's this fascination in both pieces with somewhat simple objects, maybe slightly complex, but something that you could delineate down. But you've presented them in these alternating rhythmic patterns that are much more complex.
Cadence, is that supposed to be like palm trees or?
Yeah, that's palm trees in the
Okay.
background. It gives me a sense of adventure with the palm
No, they're just
trees
not
and the
like-
long road.
It's like it's not a bad thing. There's like too much to look at. You
Yeah.
go to look at like every single thing because they're all
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
go and look at.
It's supposed to be in Florida, Hawaii with palm trees.
They're in both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know the palm tree. I know
Palm trees
this.
are everywhere.
So I know there's Texas in Florida.
Coastal.
Texas
Mhm.
has palm trees. Everywhere that's
Well,
a
I
bordering
know-
state of the ocean has at
Okay,
least palm
okay.
trees.
I know Florida had.
Oh
palm
yeah.
trees.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Texas, I mean.
Florida, Texas, California, Carolina, San Francisco, they all have them.
Anywhere in the Gulf,
I know
yeah.
Florida and Hawaii had cactuses and all, so I know how that
But-
came
Oh,
with that.
cactuses?
Yeah. I know those that have Florida. I know how the palm trees fit in with the.
Yeah.
I know Texas had palm
Like I
trees.
said, I just like to
Mhm.
enjoy things that hurt my eyeballs, and sparkly things hurt your eyeballs, and
Is it
things
like-
that are really
is it
busy
dry?
also hurt your eyeballs.
Oh,
I'm not lying.
but see that
But they're
dry
very
soup?
colorful.
What is it? It's very good. Okay. Sorry, Ava.
So when I look at this, I think like character design.
Yeah.
And then when I look at these, I think like textiles or like, like people who would
Oh, yeah.
build up like patterns and things like what we talk about in graphic arts, right, Gunnar? That's awesome. Anybody else have any last minute comments?
No, it's just I'm used to trying new things.
All right. Well, let's give Cadence a round. We'll finish up there.